Okay, so now we will see what are the factors which are determining the location of food industries. Okay, so yes, let me write down here. Factors determining the location of food processing industries. Okay, so this is very important. So first is, yes, there must be good transport. I'll explain to you. Second is there must be availability of labor. Third, availability of power. Fourth, infrastructure. Fifth is production centers. So there must be production centers where raw materials are produced. Okay, so basically let me say one by one. So transportation is very important, like bulk in processing, and like where transportation is very cheap, therefore connectivity is very important. Availability of labor should be, there must be abundance of cheap labor, where we must focus more on labor intensive technology. Then talking about power, yes, so food processing industry requires a higher degree of preservation of raw agriculture produce, especially of the perishable products. So therefore requires continuous power supply to run the cold storage chains and facilities. Coming to infrastructure, yes, the growth of any industrial unit depends on the ease of physical infrastructure like roads, then highways, railways, etc. for transportation of both raw materials and end products. Okay, now coming to the last point, that is, yes, production center. So food processing industry is based on raw materials or raw products that can be set up economically, very cheaply in the area where the raw materials is produced. Okay, so they can therefore contribute to the relief of the rural unemployment. So rural unemployment will be completely perished and removed, which is the characteristics of the developing countries. Okay, so there are few exceptions compared to this, like for most grains and cereals, the shipment of the raw material is very bulk, and it is frequently easier, which where bakery products are highly perishable, so you need a production house should be very close to the market. Okay, and even oil seeds, they are also perishable, so the transportation should be very easy and cheaply done. So there must be more technical freedom of choice in the location of processing. So I suggest that the processing should be next to the market and next to also the raw material area. The same is also true for the later stages of processing for of some commodities. For example, like if you must have heard that in jute mills especially, there is always a river flowing or some pond or lake, because water supply is frequently required, and jute production, cotton production is always very near to the agriculture raw material produce. Okay, so like as I said, like raw cotton loses the weight in ginning, which is consequently carried out in the production area. Then also yarn, textiles and clothing can also be transported equally and easily and very cheaply. Okay, so technical and exports in decline in should be, there must be a proper location, and that is why if you see, most of these industries are located near the airport or near the highways, or it's near the ports. Especially the water transportation is also very cheap. Okay, so that is why this is very important, like with the growing liberalization of the world trade, more and more developing countries will be able to take advantage of the lower labor cost to expand the exports of agro industrial products. So agro industrial products, I'll give you example. The entire economy of these small countries have become big because of the supply of rubber, like Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore. So you can understand, even palm oil. So palm oil, if you can see that 80% exports come from Malaysia of palm oil. It exports palm oil. Malaysia exports 80% of the whole world Okay, so you can understand that how important is agro-based industries there. Okay, so now let us talk about some forward and backward linkages, like what are the problems which we are facing in the food processing industry. Okay. Okay, so now as I said, there are economic linkages effects of food processing industry everywhere. So as I said also, there must be some strategy which we should also use. So the first strategy we should use is called as forward linkage. Okay, so what is it? It is when the establishment of a processing industry which can lead to the development and establishment of the number of advanced stage industries. So I'll give you an example like forest industry, wherein when established as a base industry results in establishment of vast number of advanced processing industries like manufacturing of paper, paper bags, stationery, boxes made of paper, cartons, wooden boxes, etc. So from one area forest industry you get so many things. Okay, so there are many other example products such as vegetable oils and rubber which are used in wide variety of manufacturing industries, based on the preparation of hides and skins. Tanning operations also can be started as and can especially for the manufacture of footwear and other leather goods. Okay, now let us talk about is the backward linkage. Okay, so backward. Okay, so here this is depending on the feedback. So feedback effects generated by a base industry on the development of the base sector is called as backward linkage. Okay, so here the development of food processing industry has many feedback effects on the agriculture sector itself. Okay, so for example I'll give you, say once a food processing industry is established, it results in increasing the demand of raw materials provided by the agriculture sector. So the establishment of processing facilities as itself as an essential first step. So that is a first step towards stimulating both the consumer demand for the processed product, and also there must be adequate, so there must be adequate supply of raw material, and at the same time we must see that consumer is demanding the product. Okay, so the provision of transport is also very important. Power supply and other infrastructural facilities are required for agro industries also. So that is called the feedback. By when we first start, we understand, okay, these are the problems, this is the feedback what we have got, and we have to rectify it. Okay, so the development of these and other industries, they provide a more favorable atmosphere for technical progress, and the acceptance of new ideas come once we get the feedbacks, and then we try to improve them. Okay, now we come to the next linkage, that is called as sideways. Yes, so so they are mostly derived from the use of byproducts and waste products of the main base industrial activity. Okay, so I'll give you examples. See, like many food processing industries are using agriculture raw materials, produce waste, that can be used further in the production of fuel, biofuels, paper pulp, and fertilizers. Okay, so the production of say for example of sugar, it results in the production of molasses as a waste product. So the molasses is a very important waste product which is again used by the alcohol brewing industry in the production of ethanol. Okay, so this is what is saying, some byproducts are also used for any other industries also. So the capacity of food processing industry, to generate the demand and employment in other industries is the important aspect of the processing industry. And why does it work? Because it works because of processing industry growing potential for activating the backward, then the forward, and the sideway linkages. Okay, so let us understand one thing, that the food processing industry is very important for economic development. For that we have to know what is exactly how backward channels are used and how forward channels are used. Okay, so first we will see how backward channels are used. Okay, so backward channel. Okay, so first is the food processing industry. So I'll draw it as a flow chart for you. Food processing industry, then the demand increases, so increases demand for raw materials. Okay, and then what happens? Farmers produce, so farmers produces more to meet the demand. Okay, and this way what happens is the agriculture production increases. Okay, and this what happens is farm labor becomes more productive. So farm labor becomes more productive. Okay, so now also the farm's product increases, the farmer's income also increases. So farmer income increases. Yes, and finally also the wages and profits of the farmers increases. So see how it is a chain. So you can understand that means, so first food processing industry develops, then there is an increase of demand for raw materials, then the farmers are very happy, so they start producing more to meet the demand. Agriculture production increases, that brings farm labor becomes more productive, income of the farmer increases, wages and profits of the farmers also increase. So this is the way this is done finally. And now let us talk about is the forward channel. So this is the process of backward channel. Now let's talk about forward channel. So forward channel. So let us first start from food processing industry. Okay, then there is an establishment. So establishment of upstream and also downstream industries. So both the industries are open. Like I'll give you example of food, beverages, juices, etc. Yes, demand increases, so demand of marketing increases, and by so advertisement and other associated industries. So even advertisement industries are also having getting jobs. See how it is related. Okay, now here what happens is, here because of this employment is generated. Okay, because of this, and yes, because of this there is an increase in income and growth of the economy. So economy is basically grown because of this. So food processing industry, then there's an establishment of upstream and downstream industries. Followed with that, there is huge marketing done. So marketing industries also get jobs. Advertising industries are involved because even they start advertising, and that is why employment is generated, which will result with, of employment generation, and will all finally result to income and growth of the economy. So finally it will result to income and growth of the economy. So that is why, basically, it is very important for the less developed country that the growth of food processing industry at different stages of development is very, very important. Okay, so that is why, so we must have, and there must be a lot of crops which should be exported, and there must be a development of upstream and downstream industry. Okay, so that is why in early stages of development, there must be that, agriculture should be the main source of employment, which should also help these industries. So there must be a simultaneously growth of agriculture products. Agro based industries also should get a help from the agriculture sector. So simultaneously agriculture sector is also growing and manufacturing sector is also going. Okay, so the intermediate stage and the middle income countries also, where you can see also that middle income countries, they are also totally depending on the sophisticated downstream industries. Okay, so that is why, there must be more advanced middle income stages, and more advanced technology should be used. Okay, so that is very, very important. Now let's talk about some food in the processing industries in India. Okay, so yes, we will talk about is the food processing industry in India. Okay, so first is that, let's say that it has a huge growth. So the Indian food industry is poised for huge growth, and it is increasing its contribution. So let me write down here, increasing its contribution, okay, and to world food trade every year. Okay, and now in India, the food sector has emerged as a high growth and a high profit sector due to its immense potential for value addition. Okay, particularly within the food processing industry. Okay, so the food processing industry, accounts for about, I'll give you some statistics, 32% of the country's total food market. Okay, so now government of India is definitely has been instrumental in the growth and the development of the food processing industry. So let us see how. Okay, just let me clear this. Yes, so yes, now the government, through the ministry, now you have to remember this department, the Ministry of Food Processing Industries, that is called as MOFPI, is making all efforts. Okay, they're trying to encourage investment. So they are trying to encourage, so these are the main people who are doing it. Investments in the business. Okay, now it is also having joint ventures, so joint ventures are there. It's welcoming joint ventures. Okay, then foreign collaborations, then it's also providing industrial licenses, you know, and yes, it's also giving 100% export oriented units. Okay, so food processing industry in India is a sunrise sector that has gained prominence in the recent years, you know, because of reason, as I said, there's availability of raw materials, changing lifestyles, and appropriate fiscal policies. So taxation is also less in our country. Okay, which has given a considerable push to the industry's growth. Okay, now, this sector serves as a vital link between the agriculture and the industrial segments of the economy.